for a key. Are we ready?
Yeah. I am walking up Great Horton Road in Bradford, and I've just walked past the relatively new building, the 𝗕𝗿𝗱𝗍𝗂𝗍 building. Now, just across the road, you can see the amazing Old Bradford College, and a big shout out to the owners who have given us permission to actually go inside the building and document and show our viewers what it looks like at the moment, because it's been stood still for a while, because most of its classes have actually moved to the new 𝗕𝗿𝗱𝗍𝗂𝗍 building, which is now open to the general public. The old building has stood still and has been recently been used as a vaccination centre. So in this blog we shall talk about the opening in 1832, and also we like to hear your comments. Have you actually been to this building? What have you studied? And share some of your memories.
Come to give you an exclusive look at the Old Bradford Technical School as it was known back then, and we thought we'd start with the foundation stone.
Okay.
But also it was part of a competition. There were lots of submissions, and just for a change, Lockwood and Mawson didn't get this particular contract.
Okay.
We're always talking about Lockwood and Mawson with the town hall and places like that. Well, this was actually done by 𝗁𝗵𝗱𝗀𝗀𝗀 or Jardine.
Okay.
Now, to be honest, I'd not heard of them before.
Same here.
And when I look at the building, I think, oh, this is another Lockwood and Mawson, you know, the style and everything. But they actually won the contract, and looking through the archives, that was the drawing that they submitted. So June 18th, 1880, in the building news, this was the winning submission. So you can see, looking at the building, we're stood at the moment, we're on this corner just here. Just after they won, started getting 1880 again, started getting people looking for tenders. So Hope and Jardine, architects of number 2 Cheapside, Bradford. This is 1879, we're already looking for builders and iron founders to the erection of a technical school in Great Horton Road, Bradford. We also have, again, stone carvers required. Now these are local adverts looking for obviously local people to do the work. So I suppose you could call it keeping it in-house a bit. So they're looking for people with skills to do this, and you can tell by the building there's some fantastic skills. You don't usually see stuff close up, you tend to walk by.
Yeah.
So that's the layout, and hopefully throughout this film we're going to take you for a bit of a journey inside the building. We've had special permission to come and have a look before it has some work to convert it. So this building is saved, but it will have a different purpose soon. What we have here is 1880, June the 6th, 1880, Bradford Technical School, the memorial stone. This article refers to this on the wall here.
Let's have a look.
As you can see, it has the backing of somebody quite high up in the company of cloth workers, Lieutenant Colonel John Britton, and it's the City of London. So this building was obviously thought about by all the business leaders of Bradford and endorsed by that society, the Worshipful Company of Cloth Workers. Here that it says it was the event will be laid noon tomorrow, Wednesday, June the 6th, 1880, by Master of the Worshipful Company of Cloth Workers of the City of London, Lieutenant Colonel John Britton, who's on the stone, Henry Mitchell, Esquire, Justice of the Peace, President of the Bradford Technical School, will preside. So they actually had a procession which was at the Exchange building, and then came all the way up here to the site to put the stone in place.
Right.
So that gives you sort of a bit of the pomp and ceremony of it all. It was quite a big event. You can see there again, memorial stone, There was quite a few big names at the time that came to the opening, but there's a reason as well, because this particular building had been funded by some of the biggest mill owners in this area. They were looking at investing in people, obviously, to get them to work in their mills. Some more information about this particular event of the laying of the stone. But you've got here though, it was so distinguished through the kindness of several local gentlemen who placed their carriages at the service of the distinguished visitors. So again, it was very ceremonial, and there was a lot of people wanting to be part of it. They were looking at investing in people in the city for the future of the city, and this is where you get this, where Bradford suddenly became this 𝗪𝗶𝗱𝗀𝗀𝗀, as they call it, where the woolen trades and what have you were getting better and better, so they were investing in it. They did the laying of the stone, but then afterwards went to 𝗁𝗂𝗁𝗃. They met Titus Salt, and he took them for a look round his works.
Okay.
So it's a real sort of, it's almost like an advert, you know, advertisement. This is what we've got, and this is what we're building on.
Well, what period of Bradford history, eh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What an era.
It's that changing point, the Industrial Revolution.
Yeah.
So what better to endorse a school to train people to better the city? I mean, it also says after that they went to see Mr. Samuel Cunliffe Lister.
Okay.
In Manningham, to see the Manningham Mills.
Yeah.
So they were really showing what they'd got.
Yeah.
And why they were investing in it. Now, in 1882 was the official opening of the building, and just by chance it was opened by royalty. So the Prince and Princess of Wales at that particular time were visiting Bradford, and they were asked to do the official opening of the technical school. So the Bradford Daily Telegraph for that time, June 23rd, 1882, has documented the famous people of the time that were here to witness the opening. You've got the Prince of Wales, Princess of Wales, but you've got other people in here that I kind of wish I'd sort of enlarged on this a bit, but you've got Mr. Forster Square.
Yeah.
It is. We've got Mr. Lister, Samuel Cunliffe Lister from Lister's Mill. So yeah, these are all the big businessmen of Bradford at that time. And just out of interest, that is the subscribers. So each one of these men gave money towards the building of this. So yeah, we've got sort of the London Worshipful Cloth Workers Company.
Yeah.
£3,000. So they were bought into it. Weren't they really?
Yeah, top of the league.
They knew what these were all trying to do. Henry Mitchell, Henry Ripley. You've heard of Ripley Street?
Oh yeah.
Isaac Holden. I mean, some of these you've seen in Undercliff Cemetery. Some of the graves.
Isaac.
Angus Holden, Thompson, Daniel Illingworth and Sons.
Yeah.
Huge factory. John Priestman, another huge factory. Titus Salt and Sons and Co. W.E. Forster, Forster Square. George Hodson, Cunliffe Lister, Samuel Cunliffe Lister, Turner, Ackroyd, Powell, Fosters and Sons, Queensbury, John Foster's, Henry Mason. So you can see they all had something invested in this building.
Definitely.
To better their businesses.
Yeah.
It's all about teaching future generations. On the day of it opening, there was quite a procession that came out of Bradford. Now, at the time, there's drawings of the event. I mean, really, you couldn't take a photograph them days. Can you imagine trying to get everybody to stand still for 2 minutes while it was photograph exposed? So you can see Bradford City Hall, or Bradford Town Hall as it was then, and the royal carriage leaving, and then it would come up Great Horton Road. So that's outside the town hall. You can just see the 𝗂𝗗𝗁𝗀𝗀 statue, which is now in the park, and the royals, the Prince and Princess of Wales, receiving some flowers. Yeah.
Funny enough, if you just turn back, I've noticed the Norman arch as well.
It is, yeah. Well, that was the replica that was built for the event.
Yeah.
And then it ended up as a permanent feature.
Yeah. Well, we've done a video on that. Do check it out in our playlist. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So again, you can see them there coming out from Town Hall and heading towards Great Horton Road. You can see the entrance. The doors appear to be the original ones of that time as well. Don't think they've ever been changed. So we'll head up the steps. And where I'm stood here, I don't know if you want to come around this side, but
oh yes,
we have this picture.
So these are the steps here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can see the door.
Yeah.
And Prince and Princess of Wales stood at the door ready to unlock it.
Excellent.
And that's what we're going to do in a second, because we have permission to go inside. So we're going to have a careful look round. We've got all this health and safety gear on.
Yeah.
I'll put a helmet on. I'll take my hat off for the first time on any of these films. But we're going to have a wander in, so you can see what they would have seen back then to a point. But obviously, at this moment in time, it's going to be renovated. So you have to look at it in a different light. Okay. Right. So a key. I feel like royalty now. Right, are we ready?
Yeah. There we go. Now it's quite darkish and echoey.
It is.
So we'll do our best. We've got some torches.
We'll lock the door behind us.
Yep.
There, okay, and
so this is the entrance.
This is the entrance, yes. And what we're going to see, let me just put my so this is the grand part of coming in, the memorial to the actual opening, and some of the names that we've talked about earlier from the newspaper are there sealed in stone, very much like a tombstone.
Right, let's go a bit closer and look at some names.
So who have we got on here? Obviously we've got the Lieutenant Colonel Britain, who in 1880 laid the stone, so he gets a name inside as well as outside. But then you've got the Prince and Princess of Wales, and you're looking at the governors. It says the first governors were Henry Mitchell, William Shepherd and Henry Illingworth. And then you've got all these presidents, vice presidents and treasurers of the building. And something really interesting there, after being maintained solely by voluntary subscriptions for several years, the Bradford Corporation in 1891 made a grant to the college from the local taxation funds placed at their disposal, continued to do so until the municipalisation of the college in 1899.
Well planned out, yeah.
Yeah. It was here for life, that was the idea.
And there's the boar's head.
Yeah.
Right at the top.
Is tongue missing?
Yeah, it is.
So, did we get it right?
Right.
So, now the royals would have come through here, and now we're going to walk into the main staircase. And look at the roof, all original features. Now I'm sure if you were a student here at some point, some people would have appreciated this, but not everybody would have looked up. You would have been hard doing your studies, or maybe not, but as you walk through the building.
Yeah. Sir Henry Mitchell Hall, box office.
Yes. So what we've got now is where we're going to walk into is what the royals would have seen.
Okay.
Now, also, if anybody had come here for dare I say, a COVID jab, we might have been in here already.
Right.
Because this was used during that pandemic time.
Yeah.
Right, here we go. house.
Wow.
Isn't that great? So, now people wondering what's happening here. This is going to be restored and maintained. Is this part of the building for further use? You might be able to hear a bit of beeping, that's the alarm system,
yeah,
so
yeah.
not to worry about. But what a grand scale this is.
Well, I'll just walk around and...
Yeah.
There's no name on this picture. Any guess?
The only thing I'm thinking is we had Sir Henry Mitchell, was it on the box office outside? I don't know.
Could be, could be.
Yeah, Sir Henry Mitchell Hall. So Sir Henry Mitchell.
Right, okay. There's the boar's head.
Looking at that, that's probably from the 50s.
Right.
It's very similar to the one that's on the organ in St George's Hall.
Just about capture with a torch.
So we've seen the one where they've been outside.
Yeah.
Now, that was the entrance where we came in.
Yeah.
So here, they are now doing the presentation speeches.
Okay.
Okay, and I believe that this is what's behind us now. So the Prince and Princess of Wales, Prince doing his speech, but you can see that pillar there, is that one up there?
Right.
And that balcony
Oh yes.
overhang.
So that balcony there.
Is that one there?
Look at the detailed design on it. It's incredible.
Amazing bit. No expense spared, really.
No.
So we're actually in the footsteps of royalty at this point here. So that drawing was done by somebody that was stood over there somewhere as part of the audience, maybe even up on the balcony. Official sketch artist.
Yeah.
So that's introducing you to the opening of the building.
So a quick look at this here. I've just noticed.
So just out of interest as well, for this particular event, there were commemorative medallions and coins made. You can see there, that's one of the base metal type ones. So you've got the Prince and Princess of Wales, and you've also got on the back quite a nice engraving of the technical school, 23rd of June 1882.
Okay.
They were made by, is it Manoa Rhodes at the time, so it's not even a Fattorini's medal, which I'm quite surprised. There were all sorts of different ones came out, different retailers, because again, such a big event, different styles were produced. Now, I've never seen one, but I would imagine the dignitaries of the time probably got a silver or gold version in a presentation case, because it's such a grand building. They did the same with Bradford's Town Hall. Dignitaries got gold medals with the Town Hall on and things like that.
Right.
So I'm guessing But there must have been something somewhere for that. But there's even an advert. There we go. Manoa Road's advert telling you. Oh yeah, there you go. Silver and gold. So you can see how much a gold one would cost you. £9, 10 shillings. So you had a choice in what you wanted to buy. They're never going to be perfect, are
they? Right, Andrew, just behind here I've just spotted something.
What have you found?
What do you think it is?
Oh! Now is it an African elephant or an Indian elephant? That's what I would say first.
For those who are watching, do drop us a comment. Any ideas what this is? It's a...
Well, it's a frieze, isn't it, as they call them? But maybe it's to do with world trade, possibly. You've got all sorts of different animals on there, haven't we?
Yeah, you see a snake there.
I can see a snake,
elephant,
some sort of panther maybe, some birds. Very detailed. Yeah, it's obviously been a feature somewhere in the building.
Yeah.
Maybe celebrating, again, world trade, world knowledge.
Well, we'll take the opportunity as a bit of a puzzle. How many animals can you spot? So we've briefly covered the royal visit, showed you around the main entrance and the hall. We shall just walk around the building and see what we find, really.